Okay, there you are. How's everybody doing this evening? Of course, my name's Kent, and the channel is Nightly EOS. Nightly EOS, actually, we're EOS San Diego, but it's about EOS every single night. Nightly broadcast about EOS, and today is no different. As far as EOS is concerned, there's news generated every single day. And I just read a little bit about Dan the Man is back on Telegram. So Dan is talking about big things coming up for EOS in June. He hasn't really specified exactly what those things are, but most people can pretty well tell, probably have a pretty good guess. It's probably going to have something to do with a social media platform, maybe some sort of a decentralized exchange, possibly a wallet. There's going to be some stuff coming up. And of course, EOS is taking the lead in some of these things. In fact, I see EOS is generating news right now. And of course, he also had a few things to say about Litecoin, Cardano, Ethereum. And so he's taking the lead right now. He's starting to take control of some of the things said about EOS, some of the things that's going on about EOS. He's starting to take the forefront as well as Brendan Bloomer. So they're getting some media out there. They're talking about some things going to happen. You can count your, and they say they're going to happen in June, which the chain launched June last year. So exactly 1 year later, we're going to make some big announcements. And I'll bet, you can bet your bottom dollar, bet your last penny that these announcements will be made. Because Dan usually likes to keep his word. So when Dan says something, it's going to get done. I found that out about Dan Larimer. He usually is pretty good about that. He has a really good reputation in cryptocurrency. Everybody respects him. And when he says something, he's going to follow through with it. So Dan's trying to help me out because I had a $5 price projection for the end of March. And of course, we're a long way from $5. But when Dan makes announcements like this, that may help the price. We got a few days left in March, so maybe it may make $5. I don't know. It's going to be a stretch, but I can't see the price going down much over the next, March, April, May, June, the next couple months. I can't really see the price going down much. People usually buy on rumor, sell on news. So you got rumor coming in. We don't know what it is. And of course, he's selling this really well. He's telling you he's not telling you what it is, but he's telling you something big's happening. And Dan's usually pretty good about saying things and being able to say it in such a way that he's not going to exaggerate, because Dan is a programmer. Dan is a person that's a mathematician. So Dan likes to be precise. So when Dan says something, he wants to be precise about it, and he wants it to be exactly what he says it is. So I think it's going to be pretty good news. I think EOS has got some potential here in the next month or two to make some pretty good gains. We're in a $3, 50, 60, 70 cent range wherever we're at right now. And of course, June's coming up here fairly quick. We're at the end of March. So we got June, May, June. So we got March, April, okay. We got April and May, and then we got June. So we got 2 months, April, May here, for this price to start to jump a little bit. And we could see a big price increase. Now, this is what I see going on with prices right now. You gotta stay out of the street, even though it's after 1 a.m. People are still driving. These prices there's a lot of buy orders, a lot of pent up buying potential here. There's a lot of people who want to buy. There's a lot of people on the sidelines, a lot of people ready to buy. The longer this stays flat and people are buying, and the more news that gets generated like today, and the more that people start to think something's going to happen, that's going to make it overbuying when we start seeing buying. So you're going to see a rapid rise in the prices. Bitcoin, EOS, all the cryptos are going to see a big rise, because there's a lot of information being generated right now without a lot of price increase. So everybody's kind of still a little bit cautious, because we've been in a really bad market for a really long time, and nobody wants to call the end of that market, because everybody likes to hang on to the fear. Oh my gosh, it was bad for so long. How could it possibly be good now? So the fear is still controlling the market. People are still a little bit apprehensive about it, and they're not wanting to get involved. But when the tide starts to turn and people start to see things happen, you're going to see a lot of buying in coming in. I think in the next year, we're going to see a big jump in prices, all cryptocurrency prices. And it could be big. It could be real big. We could see 20,000 Bitcoin. We could see $50, $100 EOS within the year. I know that's a big prediction. I know a lot of people probably won't agree with me on that, but I think when you're going to see some buyers come in, you're going to see a lot of buyers come in. because there's a lot of people that are watching crypto right now. A lot of people have anticipations about what it is and what it's going to do. So that stuff's all happening very soon. The other thing I want to talk about a little bit tonight, somebody made mention, speaking of higher prices, that I should start taking a list for people on the $100 party. So I think I'm going to do that. That was a good idea. I don't know who mentioned that idea, but it's a really good idea. So I'm going to put a list up someplace for people that want to commit, or not really commit, but want to, you don't have to commit, but you just, if you're thinking about coming to the party and you just want to reserve a spot, I'm going to put a list up for people to sign up for that. Now, the list is not going to be your real name. Use whatever name you want to use. Please don't use your real name. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's up to you. But just tell me where you're from. I just want to know where you're from. So if you're from Kansas, I want to know it. If you're from Los Angeles, I want to know. If you're from Florida, I want to know. I just want to know where you're at. Just whatever you want to. Crypto Bob from Kansas, Crypto Jim from Salt Lake City, Crypto Bob from Texas. I just want to know where it is you're from. So if you could do that, I'll let you know where we're going to put the list. But I'm going to put a list up someplace so that if you want to come to the $100 EOS party in the Del Coronado, which I've done some videos on the Del Coronado. If you don't know about the Del Coronado, look it up on the internet. It's probably one of the nicest hotels right on the beach in Coronado, California. Beautiful place, historic place, built in the 1880s. Some people say Thomas Edison was the one that wired it. I've read other places on the internet where that's just that's kind of a folk story that's not really true. But anyway, it's historic and it's beautiful. They've got huge ballrooms with chandeliers that overlook the ocean. It's a very classy place. It's beautiful. It really is. So hopefully we get warm weather for the $100 EOS party. So when EOS hits $100, hopefully we got some good warm weather for San Diego, and we're right on the beach with a beautiful place, a beautiful ballrooms, beautiful everything. So if you want to come to the party, if you're thinking about it, it's not a guarantee that you have to come if you sign up, but just say that you're tentatively coming in, basically what your name is or whoever you want to say you are, and then where you're from. That's all I'm going to do. I'll let you know where that's going to be here very soon. I haven't made up my mind exactly where I'm going to put that list at, but I'll put it someplace. Maybe put it on the EOS San Diego 1 website. We'll put a link on the EOS San Diego 1 website where you can sign up for the party if you want to do that. So that's coming up. And like I said, Dan's trying to help me out with this $5 price. So I think price is probably looking good. I don't know if it's going to quite make $5. I had an earlier video this month about $5 EOS by the end of the month. I saw it go up over $4 for a little bit. I was hoping it was going to rebound and come back. But I would see, we're getting late in the month, but I'm looking for a little bit better prices here by the end of the month. And hopefully in the next month or two, before June, we get some real good prices. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.